back. We've got no new tricks. We're just going to go again. Let's see what we get. Let's see what the wheel gives us. Remember, whatever we get, if it's a non, we're just a mono of that colour. And we're getting black again. Black for a second time in a row. We've got 2 lots of purple, 2 lots of blue, 2 lots of black. Okay, let's see if we can get a leader that's a different colour. Give me red. Red or green. Oh, black blue. Black blue, I'm sure we've done black blue recently. Right, okay, I'll go and get the other wheel set up with the black blue leaders, and then I'll be back to roll onto that. Okay, right, so there actually are 4 leaders, and one of them's banned, so that is the OP5 Sakatsuki. If we roll that, I will build the deck, but I won't play it. If we roll it, I will re-roll it, but I'll still build a version of the deck. It is completely banned. I don't want to be playing it on the sim unless there's an open format that lets you play everything, but I'm wary of doing that. So our 3 options are Usop, Rebecca, and the promo Sakatsuki, which I didn't know existed until today. Anyway, let's have a spin, see what we get. Okay, so that's OP5 Sakatsuki. I will build it, but I'm not going to play it. So I'll remove that from there, and we will roll again. And we are going to get... That's Usop, or is it? It's in Usop. Yeah, okay, so we're playing Usop, which I already have a deck built for it. We won't change the thing, so we'll just place Usop straight away. With the list that already existed, so you'll see my competitive Usop list, which isn't a bad idea. You get to see me play it and see if I can actually win with it on stream. Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I wasn't going to just use the old list, you know, the old list that I play in locals and things like that. No, I'm not. So, when I originally wanted to play this deck, this card was major. I'm going to open it so you see it. So this Luffy there was a particular build of the variant of the deck, which the OP4 Luffy from Dressrosa was everybody was like, yeah, I want to play it. And this was coming back from the Rebecca build of the deck back in the day. So basically, it's a silly combo. You get it out. It's a 7 for 7. It can attack characters inactive, which is great with Coliseum because it means it can come in and take something out. But it has an awesome ability. If you can return 7 cards from the bottom of your trash, you can set it as active. But the downside is it won't become active in the next phase, which is fine. But if with the Rebecca combo, being able to drop 7 drops out this Rebecca, suddenly that becomes a bit more usable. It was, you know, we can play it instead of the Kyros, so it's a finisher. You hold it back for a finisher. So in that respect, what I was thinking was we'll keep the Gum Gum King Kong finishing thing, but what we'll do, we'll go for the silly kill and see if we can pull it off in the games. So the deck runs very similarly to the very defensive deck that I run normally. So it's got all the blockers as normal, apart from 1 less Franky because I had to make room for some bits. I'm running 1 less Rebecca, and I'm running 1 less of each Cavendish, and Kyros. So to make room for the 2 Luffy, and a bit of a surprise because I'm sorry, this is one of the better cards in black now. I really think it's really solid. So I'm running 3 Tempest kicks, and the reason why is with the Rebecca combo, you can pay 7. Normally you're playing that on either your 7 Don turn, or your 8 Don turn, or a 9 Don turn. If you're playing that out, that leaves you with Don open to be able to do a Tempest kick beforehand. So we should be filling the trash up really quickly. So if anything, it is just a card draw, and something this deck severely lacks at times, and we wish you want another card. But if we've got 10 in the trash, it's going to give our opponents a -3 cost, which makes things that normally aren't hittable by Kyros, by Zoro, are going to be suddenly hittable. So this makes perfect sense to me, and I'm wanting to try this in the defensive version of the deck. But in my head, I don't It's not something I would want to play normally unless people people really look at it and go, actually that's a really good idea. So for instance, it also makes Gum Red Roc work better. So for 7, we can Gum Red Roc something that we normally couldn't do. Actually, we can do Gum Red Roc with. I'm thinking a Gravity Blade. Ignore me. I was thinking a Gravity Blade, but the point still stands. We can we can reduce the cost of our opponent's stuff and hit them with Zoro, Kyros. It makes some sense to me. I could do possibly with another removal in there. So again, argument for finger guns. That would be another one that possibly could get played. Maybe that would fit in better than Gum Red Roc. I don't know. I like Red Roc because it puts something at the bottom. I think Tempest Kick gets us a card, reduces cost of something we can't normally hit, then throw out a Zoro to kill it off, or worst case scenario, Kyros it back to the hand. But this should be played a lot more aggressively than the other one where we're waiting for the perfect combination of things to happen. We're going to be a bit more proactive in comparison to the other deck. So for comparison, I've brought the other deck up as well. So this is the normal version I play, which is much more defensive in that respect because we're running all the searches, we're running lots of blockers. The idea is to let those blockers die, cycle back up with Franky. So for those of you who don't know, Franky's a solid card. Play up to 1 Desperado character with a cost of 3 or less from your trash rested. So he basically gets back that slew of cards there. So 4, 8, 10, 14, 18 cards worth of targets for it. Ideally, you want to cycle your blockers back in, but if you need to, you can cycle in a searcher as well. If you think about it, it works particularly well with Rebecca if you're going for that high trash volume to then come Gum King Kong. And then it runs the normal suite of 4 Kyroses, 4 Rebeccas, 4 Cavendishes, 4 Sabos, and 4 Zoros. I've been debating whether this deck needs something a little bit extra at the moment. So one thing it does, this particular version of deck really suffers with, is lack of counter. It really screws the hooch when it comes to counter. That's the one thing I found, which is an irony when you think about it, because everything apart from Zoro and Cavendish and Kyros has, and obviously these 2 bits has countering. So I've debated whether to run maybe an actual event counter at some point. Again, not sure. For a defensive deck, it really screws up on defense. But then it's about the timing's about what to sacrifice, when to let your life go. It's not a complex deck. It's just really what's the word? It's just really you require a lot of timing and understanding of the game and timing to make it work well. And because of that lack of counter, it's really, 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 really important that you leave enough up for the backswing, or otherwise you're dead. Right, come on then, let's see if we can do it. Let's see what I would be more confident with this particular deck because it's my go-to. Ooh, green purple Luffy's got a cross for it. Why? Has it been banned? Has something been banned in there? I'll have to have a look at that. Okay, so we're going to join a quick join. It is early-ish when I'm recording this. It's about 9:30 on a Monday morning and some holidays in the UK, so not entirely sure we're going to get many players, but let's see what happens. So we're going to attempt to win with more aggressive Usopp. Oh, great law! So that's going to be a really, really difficult first game, I think. Right, brilliant. So that's not a bad hand to start with, so we'll keep it because we've got searchers, we've got a blocker for next turn. So let's go. Let's run out. Yep. We want... What do we want? Ideally, I want Rebecca, but I want a Gum as well. We'll take the Gum. That'll do. And then return the cards to the deck and select one to go to crash, which will be Soldier for now. And the turn. Card selection and planning hurts my head sometimes, especially at 9:30 in the morning. Jeez, it's going to be a right pain in the butt. Right, so we're on hours. So we're on 2 Don. I'm going to lead off with the blocker this turn. because that's card draw for next. And then we're going to attack into Law. Top 5 cards of your deck, tip another side, make trash character, 7. Okay, good. And then we'll leave that as is. Right, so the important thing about this deck is to make sure that you get this your guys' blockers killed as much as possible. Because we will get the card draw from Usop, you see. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to die horribly to this deck because it's just overloading with players at the moment. Right, let's get a Coliseum down. Let's get a... Okay, aha, perfect. So we'll go get Rebecca and Kyros. We will return those to the deck and then we'll trash... Do we want to keep a Red Roc up? It's so tempting. I've got 3 cards left and my plan is 2 Rebecca, so yes, we'll trash the Red Roc for now. Probably a big misplay on my part, but we'll see. We'll search for Rebecca, we'll take a Franky, and then we will double don him and swing into leader. He's already on 2 life, which is nice. 1 life. Well, all I need is a big swing. He must know that I'm Rebecca next turn. He must know I'm going to Rebecca next turn. Because we'll be on, what, we're on 5, so we'll be on 7, so I can go for the big swing. He's still got so much aggro out though, hasn't he? So Cavendish. Do I want to block? I ain't got a blocker. Do I want to? No blocks. Show him 2. See, now I'm no counter, so this is I'm going to be taking every hit here. So, yep, no blocker, and we'll resolve it. No trigger effect. That's nice. Well, this is interesting because at this point he's been very slow from this type of deck that I've seen before. Mind you, he has locked down one of my Don, which isn't ideal, but that's not a problem. Okay, let's be hilarious. We can. What do we do here? I think we run out of Franky. No, we don't. No, we don't. Not yet. Let's double Don. Let's take out Cavendish. And see if he's willing to commit some counter to it. Good, right, committed counter. So we'll run out Franky now. And then we'll pass the turn. So with that, Cavendish is going to be a big problem. It puts us essentially one turn behind per set by locking down our guy. And now we've got this to deal with, which I absolutely hate. And considering I used to play a deck called I used to play a deck called Veku Ramping Dragon Ball. I understand that character far too well. I'm not going to get a good thing from this. So 6 on 6. Let's give him 6 and 7. And then he can swing it with his 8 cost. No, he just taps it down. Right, okay, so we've got to kill that first. He's got lots of counter in hand. But I have access to all my Don now, which is nice. Okay. 9. These are slightly short. Right, okay, let's run out Rebecca. Revealing Kyros. And we'll run out a Franky as well. Okay, so he's an 8k, we've got to kill him. Let's just... What do I like? Can we go for Cavendish? Yeah, let's get rid of 5 or less on Cavendish. Why didn't that bounce him back? Five or lower cost, why didn't it bounce it back? Well, that's stupid. Right, let's swing into that. Yeah, I've got to make him counter this now. Okay, alright, and then last but not least, let's deploy. Replacing Rebecca. So we've got 2 blockers out now, which will get, one of them was going to get us a card. He's got to kill Kyros next turn. He's got to. And I have no way to protect. Well, I have got ways of protecting him, I guess. Blocker, resolve, and get that card. Oh, that helps. That helps a lot. Resolve attack, and we'll bring back. I don't need another blocker. How many attacks has he got? He's got at least 3. And I've got no counter. So this is the point I was making to you guys early in the video. No counter. Let's see if we can search for some counter. Thank you. Should have done 2. Did it wrong again. Yeah, I've noticed that you have to. You can. It's up 2, so it make you keep. I could have got 2 counters there. What is he doing? Oh, big law. Interested he didn't swing. So that's 6k. Offering the. I'm gonna have to offer him the 2. But I think I'm probably dead at this point, unless I get a good. Yeah, I've got no. Can't do anything about Kyros going there. And didn't draw anything into anything useful to finish the game. I've got to get through that. And I've got nothing to get through it with. I need a Tempest kick, because then I could have just finished him off. Have I got any way of drawing a card? Not without something dying in my other turn, which will be too late. If he hadn't killed Kyros, I would have been fine. Yeah, we'll give him the GGs. And concede on that one. Nothing we could do about that. Very good deck. So let's go back to the main menu. So we'll go 2 again. Let's go for game 2 and try again. A couple of misplays on my part. I kept forgetting to take 2 cards, which didn't help. Just not getting the draw we needed. Oh, this is what I'm looking forward to playing next year. Nico Robbins. So again, we'll keep that. It's not too bad. Would have liked to search it, but we've got a few bits we can do. Play Don. Enter. Actually, that probably wasn't a good hand to keep with no searches. Let's see what happens anyway. I've not played against this deck yet, so we'll take this early damage. Oh, we've got trigger effect, and we will not use that trigger because there's nothing worth doing at the moment. Okay, draw card, draw Don. The first thing I will do is run out a blocker, and then we'll stick a Don on, and we will attack into that as well. Excellent, so they've taken it. They're on 1 life already. I just need to find a Kyros here, and I have a funny feeling I might live. No blocks. Oh, he's conceded. He must have. Wow. I think he knew he was dead. He must have known he was gonna die. It was really, really thingy. Well, I can't. I'll take the victory. I can't call it a victory, but we'll go for game 3. See if we could. I mean, I had a bad hand, but I was slowly but surely getting into a good hand. There I was going to be able to really start clawing that back. That's really bad. How bad his hand must have been to have conceded. Ooh, poor kid. Bless him. Or her. Or her. Or her. You know. They, them, there. Everything like that. Got to be politically correct. Ooh. I have never played against Purple Luffy before. Okay, this will be interesting. Searcher, and yeah, we'll keep it. I think we're second, aren't we? Oh, this is the perfect going second hand with the fact we've got the Searcher on turn 1. On our turn 1, should I say. Draw a card, and then we'll draw 2 Don, and then we'll play Coliseum, and then we'll play Coliseum. Remember, take 2. We'll take because I want the. Do I want the additional Searcher? I do. Right, we'll take 2 cards other than Leo. There we go. So I can't take the Leo, which is fine. Returns the deck, and then we will trash, because I've got a Franky. I'll trash the Ideo, because I can use Bartolomeo as 2k counter. He's going in for 5. We can have it. I'll allow it. And no trigger effect. It gives me another Franky, which is nice. We will draw the Don. So at this point, we will lead off with Franky. Because that gives us a Franky to sit on. And then we'll swing in with... So giving it some counter, that's fine. We're on 6. So ideally, next attack, I need to ditch something to thingy, but I'll lead off on the Franky because the Franky can get the Ideo back, and then we've got another turn of either a Franky or the Bartolomeo, which will probably be Bartolomeo into Rebecca to get searching. See the Rush Monkey? Yeah, he is. He's rested, Franky. Okay. No blockers. We'll take that damage as well. No trigger thingy. No blockers. However, we will give you 2. And we'll have to go Bartolomeo at this one to resolve it. I just don't want to take the extra damage at this moment in time. So draw a card, draw Don, and lead off this time with Rebecca. Take the Leo. We'll then play Leo. Take the Kyros and the extra blocker. Turn those cards. We'll bin. I'm going to bin the Rebecca because we're now established for next turn we're okay. So 4 Don left. I will run out a second Franky. And then we will attack into that with. Just keep the pressure on. And then end the turn. So next turn we're going to Rebecca. And I'm going to Rebecca into Kyros, I think. With the block, if we've got blockers up, I can Rebecca into Kyros and Luffy. Well, I can't do Luffy because his cost is too high. Yeah, you can have that. We'll get a Bartolomeo back in, and then use card action to draw a card. Again, you can have that, and I'll have an Ideo back. So we've got 2 extra blockers back in, which is ideal. Luffy Taro gets him. Cool. Yep. Nice. And then we'll draw Don. So we're now on 8 Don. Right. Okay. So this should work. Hopefully, the way I want it to work. There's enough threats on the board to warrant Kaido over anything else. So we'll pay for Rebecca, and we'll replace the Leo. Right. Choose one friendly target, which will be, and we'll replace that. And then choose one friendly target. So I will bring in this time a do I want the extra block? No, we'll bring in a Cavendish to give him something to consider. And then I'll choose you. Okay, and that works. Didn't work in the last game though, did it? You're so annoying. Right, you attack that, deal with that. So you want to soak that up, please? Thank you. Excellent. Right, okay. Strap you up, attack into that. And then we'll end the turn. So again, we've got 2 blockers up. I've got 5 cards in hand I can draw into something. Even on a swing on Kyros, he's gonna... Well, he's going straight in for me, which is interesting. Right, yep. Well, I'm happy to draw that card out. I'm going to let that one come... Do I want to let that one come in? Yeah, I'm going to let... 8. Can I make 8 out of here? 2, 3... No, I can't. So I'll take it for now. Because I want him to commit to doing a big swing on Kyros. Because if he doesn't, I've got plans. Alright, that's fine. And a big blocker to... Brilliant, that's fine. So that's a 6 drop blocker. Right, okay, right, so... Let's send you back to the bottom of the deck. He's got 4 cards in hand. I've got to do this perfectly. Let's attack. 6k gets a card, discard. Zoro, we don't need it. Don't think I can win this turn, he says. He's got 1 left. Definitely don't think I can win this turn. Oh. Interesting. I could make her 10. He's got 1 done open. I'd have no cards in hand for next turn, but I would be severely screwed. Oh. Let's speculate. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Possibly he's got 10k's worth of counter in there. And he's purple, so Gum Giant. Let's leave it for this turn. Let's resolve a blocker. And end the turn there. There's a good chance I could die on the backswing here. I should have left the blocker up for a big swing. Ah, that's a mistake, Keith. What is it? No. I'm dead here. I've made a massive error. I actually could have won this. Definitely could have won this. If he swings in with everything, I'm dead. Oh, he does not swing in with everything. Let's show him 1 then. What? Why did... Hey, why didn't it do the counter? That is bollocks. I hate playing this game on this machine some days. That's absolutely infuriating. If depending what he would have played on the backswing, he was dead. So that's absolutely infuriating. I feel like I've cheated myself out of a game then. Oh, that is so unlucky. We've had 2 unlucky games there. Well, Law wasn't unlucky. Law got me battered. Again, this proves the point of that deck. As much as I absolutely love this deck, and I do love this deck to bits, you know what I mean? The thing that really annoys me is the lack of counter in it, and it doesn't matter which version I seem to play. I mean, going for these Tempest kicks, I think I saw two in it, or that maybe it's just not worth the effort of running it. But again, 3 games isn't really enough. Probably need to run it for a few times to see if we get that. Again, didn't get to really use the Luffy because we went with the Kyros. So Kyros is just, in respect, Kyros is just straight up the better version of the card, in my opinion, for the deck that you play. If you're building around this Luffy, if you have to build around it, you can't. I don't think you can quite get away with doing all this. This just doesn't work because you're too busy counter swinging, whereas that's not a counter swing. I mean, it'd be busted if it had rush, but if you could give it rush, it'd be immense. But yeah, I love this deck to bits. I do love this deck to bits. And again, I don't know whether me playing the normal version would have hadn't got the same thing, because you know what I mean. I mean, look, we've got the normal version. Let's have a quick look at it. We've talked about it. There we go. So this is the normal version, and again, there's parts of me that are thinking, do I need these in? Do I need these in? Should I just run more counter? It's so infuriating when you know a deck can be played really well, and you know you can play the deck really well, and silly little mistakes. Normally, these are mistakes I wouldn't make in the paper game, because I'd be like, yeah, here's the 1k counter. So I clicked on the 1k counter and then nothing happened. I clicked on the bouncy thing and the guy didn't, in the lore game, that didn't bounce. And I find sometimes having physical cards in front of you, right? It's easy to go than it is to go click and miss a click, click and miss a click. So it's really infuriating. But in the same respect, you learn from these things. You learn everything about this game, and you learn actually that no matter which version you play, a digital or online version, they're going to have their own nuances. And it's so infuriating, though, to you were so close to winning. And we were so close to winning that game. Oh, next time, Gadget.